January 21st, 2011, the Niners were a punt return away from making the Super Bowl. But unfortunately that didn't happen. Kyle Williams fumbled the ball and the Giants ended it with a field goal to advance to the Super Bowl. It was a sad day in Niner Nation, but now we've been waiting for this upcoming season for a long time since that date, and now it's here. This is EHPN number 10, San Francisco 49ers preview. I have two guests on the show. I have Eric Chen, a longtime Niner fan, and then I have Ed Im, a longtime Niner fan and a season ticket holder. So let's get to it. Eric, what are the keys for the Niners to repeat the success they had in the 2011-2012 season?
Well, for me, one of the keys will be health. Can they stay healthy? They were really lucky to be healthy pretty much throughout the whole year last year. The defense basically had an injury-free year, other than Willis missing a couple games. But you know, they had capable guys filling in. You know, Larry Grant did a fantastic job for those 3 or 4 games. Key number 2 is keep on doing what you did last year. Don't get too carried away with, like Alex Smith said, your new toys. You know, you brought in a Randy Moss, you brought in a Manningham, you drafted AJ Jenkins and Michael James. Keep running the ball, you know, but expand, you know, and throw progressively. You know, you don't want Alex Smith throwing 50 times a game. You know, their strength was to run, and let's keep on running the ball and smash mouth football. That's the way Harbaugh likes it, and I see them doing that too. Key number 3, Alex Smith. You know, everybody's asked questions about him. I do too. I'm sure these guys do too. We don't know which Smith will show up. All signs point to him having a better year. You know, 17 touchdowns is not enough. You know, the 49ers struggled really bad in the red zone last year, so Alex Smith needs to step it up and, you know, turn a lot of those field goals into touchdowns when we get into the red zone, and we'll be fine if we can get those 3 things done. And
briefly, the whole season we added 5 people, 3 receivers, 2 running backs. We added Randy Moss, Mario Manningham, and AJ Jenkins. And for running backs, we got LaMichael James and Brendan Jacobs. Which leads to my second question, Ed. With the addition of James and Jacobs, how do you think Harbaugh is going to strategize his running backs with a 4-man rotation? Is Gore going to get more or less carries? Are we going to see Hunter with more? What do you think?
I really think that Gore is going to be the go-to guy still, but he's in his twilight years right now. He's going to probably be held to about 10 to 15 carries. And then he's going to give the rock to Kendall Hunter, who last year almost took it to the house several times. And it was literally inches where he almost had it. And I think this year he's going to break out and have a great year. Then, you know, Brandon Jacobs, who was our pickup in the offseason. You know, this guy's going to be our short yardage guy. You know, just pound it up the gut, and, you know, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, he'll get it done for us. LaMichael James, this guy's a complete wild card. Harbaugh, you know, he always keeps everything to himself, doesn't tell the media anything, and, you know, we have no idea what he's going to do, but, you know, in Oregon, he used to run in between the tackles. What we can also do is, you know, put him in the slot or put him in a wide receiver position, and, you know, we'll see what he can do. I'm pretty excited about him.
And I think LaMichael James, which I think was our biggest surprise in the draft, he could be the future starting running back for the Niners eventually. Sticking with the offseason, I think the biggest surprise was Randy Moss. I raised a lot of eyebrows around the league, and I raised my eyebrow a little bit. Just because we haven't had a flamboyant or a guy that shows so much emotion, that kind of receiver since Terrell Owens, I think. Are we going to see the immature Randy Moss that we've known for so long, or are we going to see like a rejuvenated Moss where he's going to be a mentor to the younger receivers such as Crabtree or Jenkins?
Well, right now, as of right now in the preseason, we're seeing the rejuvenated Randy Moss. You know, everybody's got good things to say about him. He looks great, he runs fast, he runs better than ever. You know, the defense is praising him, the offense loves him, they're learning Crabtree, Manningham, they're all learning under him. But come regular season, we don't know. We don't know who's going to show up, and you know, that's a question. That is a big question for me. Is, you know, what happens, because statistically, he's not going to get the same numbers as he always will. You You know, he's only going to get a few balls to him, thrown his way a couple times a game, and he's going to be asked to block a lot. So will he be able to keep his mouth shut and keep mentoring the young guys, or are we going to see the old Randy Moss? You know, and if we do see the old Randy Moss, hardball, bulky, they're not going to let that happen. And his contract speaks of it. And if we can get anything positive out of him, that's going to be a steal.
Definitely. And I think he will be. I think he's still feared in the league just because he's Randy Moss. You know? Yeah. And sticking with the receivers or the off-season acquisitions, Ed, with the additions of Moss and Manningham, is Vernon Davis still the #1 target for Alex Smith?
Yeah, Vernon Davis is definitely the #1 target for Alex Smith. Alex Smith is the type of quarterback where he needs to throw 1,000 times to a certain guy just to get comfortable with him. And Vernon Davis has been with Smith from day one pretty much, and it's pretty clear that he's comfortable with him. He passes it to him all the time, and he knows where he wants the ball. He knows where he wants to throw the ball. He knows where Vernon's going to be. And you know, his second year under Harbaugh's offense, I think his numbers going to go up. He's going to look great.
Definitely. And I think with Vernon, you know, he struggled at first during the season, but now he knows the Harbaugh offense. It could be an amazing year for Vernon. And what are the Niners' weaknesses this year?
Now that we had the big problem last year in the NFC Championship game, those third downs, we practically converted none of them, and we really needed that last year. And this year it would be great if we could just up the percentage on that, and we were ranked in the bottom of the league. Also, red zone offense. We just could not score when we got into the red zone. It's just we always ended up giving it to Akers, and you know, we need to score some touchdowns this year since we're playing a lot of the big teams. And another thing was protection. Smith got sacked over 40 plus times last year, and if Smith goes down, our backup quarterback, Colin Kaepernick, you know, I don't think he's really capable as of now to run an offense to lead a team to a championship. And you know, we got to protect Smith, hands down, bottom line.
Definitely. So that concludes our presentation of the San Francisco 49ers preview. I want to thank Eric and Ed for being on the show. They will be on more Niners shows as the season progresses. It's a very exciting season. I remember the last time I've been so excited about Niners season. But it's going to be fun. And thank you guys for watching our show. I want you guys to comment. What do you think the keys are for the Niners to be successful this upcoming season? And you know, who do you think is going to be the surprise, or who do you think is going to be a bust? I want to hear your comments. Post on Facebook, post on my YouTube, message me, etc. And real quick, in other news, Melky Cabrera was suspended for 50 games for performing enhancing drugs. It's a big blow to the Giants. And you know, everyone, please subscribe. If you guys don't have a YouTube account, make one so you can subscribe to me, like, share. And, you know, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in my next episode.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!